Hey, CoachTressel.com. Ben Brown here bringing you the inside scoop on the Big Ten, which 2 games into conference play with 7 teams over the 500 mark is looking like the strongest conference in college football. We're going to head west to begin with the Indiana Hoosiers, who've dropped 2 straight in the Big Ten. They have, however, won 2 additional games, so they're standing fairly strong at 2-3. Next up is the Badgers of Wisconsin, who, after being dispatched by the Buckeyes for the first time in 16 games at Camp Randall Stadium, that was actually their second straight loss after being upset by the Wolverines, is at 3-2. Next are the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. Following a tough loss against Ohio State, they bounced back with a win against the Hoosiers. They also are standing strong. 5-1 are the Gophers. The Fighting Illini of Illinois faced very difficult back-to-back road challenges at Penn State and at Michigan. They were, however, able to cap off the Wolverines, so they too are at 1-1 in Big Ten play. Michigan, speaking of the Wolverines, up north, very tough early going for them. However, they did manage to upset the Badgers in the Big House, so they also are 1-1 in the Big Ten Conference. The surprise of the Big Ten, facing the Buckeyes here in a couple weeks, are the Northwestern Wildcats. Undefeated, 5-0, however, they do remain largely untested for the most part. Penn State Nittany Lions are the highest-ranked Big Ten team in the country. They are currently ranked 6, having dispatched everybody they've played quite easily. However, they have yet to face the Buckeyes. That's coming up in a few weeks as well. And Michigan State, which is where Ohio State will be next week, their only loss is at Pac-10 power Cal in their house, so nothing to be ashamed of there. They are certainly not a team to be overlooked. And lastly, but certainly not least, the Purdue Boilermakers. Like I said, this is a very deep conference. No team is to be overlooked. Any major national football coach will tell you that that's how the big ones fall, is looking past who they face that week to a bigger game down the road. Every game in the Big Ten is a big one, and Purdue is certainly no exception. The losses are 3, but do not let that fool you. That is at the very difficult to play no matter how the team is doing Notre Dame Stadium, a double overtime nail-biter to Michigan State, and of course they lost at Penn State. Always difficult to play there. They're a very good team. Lots to look forward to this weekend and on through the Big Ten schedule. It's going to be a very exciting one. Thanks for joining in with CoachTressel.com. Plenty more to come.